Okay. Once again, welcome to the Python session. Today we are going to discuss about the range data type or the range function. So what is the meaning of range function? What is the purpose of the range function in Python? Simply, range data type represents sequence of numbers. What do you mean by sequence of number? Simply, if I want the numbers 0 to 100. So what this range function will execute is, or it show the output is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 99. Up to 99 because n minus 1, right? So 100 minus 1, nothing but 99. It will give the values 0 to 99. If I want 100 to 200, simply 100 to 200. So simply I'll write range function range range 100 200. Then it will execute 100 101 102 up to 199. Now the question here is, the elements present in the range data type are not modifiable, that is immutable. We cannot change the values, but we can change the sequence, right? How is it possible? This is the syntax for the range data type. Range, in the parentheses we need to assign the value where we need to start the sequence and where we need to stop the sequence, and what is the step between what is the step in the sequence. So simply if I write 0 to 100, I want this sequence. So how can I write in Python? Simply I'll take range 0 100 it's not colon, it is comma. Actually it's a same syntax for the indexing and slicing, but here we should use comma. Just change that one. I'll modify that. 0, 10 and 1. What do you mean by that? How Python works in this? Start value is 0, so 0 is started, and end value is 100 minus 1, that is 99. In between, how the sequence must be? It is the step value. Means 0 plus 1, so 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4. Like that until 99, it will show the output. If I change the value to the 2, now the step is 2. So the first start value is 0 and 0 plus 2, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8. Like that it goes until 98, because after 98 plus 2 we'll have 100, but 100 is not in the range values because only the last value is 99. For example, if I change range 1 to 20 with the step 3, starting value 1 plus 3, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10, 13, 13 plus 3, 16, 16 plus 3, 18. That's it. If I add 18 plus 3, it gives 21. It is out of range. So the values will take 1 to 18 only. It is increment step. If I give negative value, just let me take another example. Range, I don't give start and end. If I start the step value with -1. So it is decrement. The step value decrement means it decreases from higher value to lower value. So if I give here, I must give maximum value or highest value. Let me take an example, that is 20 and up to 10. I want decrement values, right? So how Python works? Simply takes 20, 20 minus 1, 19, 19 minus 1, 18, 18 minus 1, 17, 17 minus 1, up to here it takes. For suppose if I give 10 comma 20, it will not give any kind of output because starting is 10. 10 minus 1, 9. It is not in the range. The increment or decrement should be happened in this range only. If I give -1 value, it goes for 9. 9 minus 1, 8. 8 minus 1, 7. So like that. So these are values. These values are not in this range. That's the reason it will not give output. I'll show you in the while doing point. So the output is here. I have given an example, range 1 comma 10. So here, if I don't give, there are multiple ways we can represent data range data type. Range, this top value must be there. If I give range 10, it means by default start value is 0 and stop value or end value is 10 and the default step value is 1. These are the default values. If you don't give start, stop and step. Now I didn't give here start and I didn't give step. I gave only up to 10. Up to 10. So that what Python interpreter does, simply the default value is 0 and the step value is 1. If you mention here, see difference between these things. Let me clear this. Range 10. See range 1 comma 10, range 10. Right? So it starts from 1. Step is given? No. If the step is not given, by default it takes 1 as the step, positive one. 1 plus 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? See here. Start is given? No. By default it takes 0. Then step is given? No. By default it takes 1. So 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 4, 5, and it goes like that. This is about the range data type. So whenever you are dealing with some kind of iterations, this range data type is, or the range function is very useful. So in Python programming, whenever we use for loop, at least 80% we use range function if you are dealing with numerical values. If you are dealing with collection data type, maybe list, tuple, set, like that. But range is dealing with the numerical values, that is numbers. But if I want step as float value, that is I want 0, 0 0.1, 0 0.2, means I want to give 0 as start and 1 stop is the 1 and step is 0 0.1. Right? It will not execute because the step must be always integer value. If give float value like 0 0.1, it will not show the output. Simply it throws the error. Just keep it in mind, and then automatically we will know the things, how the iteration works. Right? This is about the range data type or the range function. Till now, any doubts you have? If you have doubts, you can ask me. Or else, I'll go for the next concept. So, okay, I think no response from your side. So I conclude that you are very clear about the range function. Next, we'll go for ternary operator. Okay, ternary operator should we do now? Okay, let me explain the theoretical part. Then I'll go for code part. So what happens here is, it is an alternative for the if-else statement. Alternate means simply if I want to write if-else condition, if one line, there must be one condition. After that, some body of the part is there or the code is there, and then else, and there is some code, and there will be some assigning the values. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lines of code is required to execute if else statements. But in ternary operator, the same 4 lines code is executed in single line. You can check here. With single line of code, these 4 lines of code will be executed. So I'm just go through theoretical part. It is optimized code. Optimized means reduced code for the if-else conditions. If condition is true, if this condition true, then it returns to first value. If it is false, then it goes to second value. I'm repeating once again. It is optimized code for the if-else conditions, and how the Python syntax works for the ternary operator, that is if-else conditions. So now what happens is, there is a condition. Okay, maybe A equal to B, A greater than B, A less than B, or yes in string, whatever the things we have discussed so far. There must be one condition which returns to either true or false. Either true or false. If it is true, it gives the first value. If it is false, then it go for the second value. Thus, ternary operator will work. For example, normal if-else statement. This is the normal if-else statement. Simply I am taking A equal to 100, B equal to 250. If A greater than B, then print A. Okay, else print B. So what happens is 100. 100 is greater than 250. Is it true? No, it is false, because 100 is less than 250. But the statement is given here is, the condition is given here is 100 greater than 250. So this is false. So it will not execute it, and directly it skip to the else part, that is alternative solution, that is print B. So the output is B value, that is 250. Right? So how ternary operator, same code. Let me clear the screen. These both are same codes, but see here, there is small change. Remove this B here, and I'm keeping B here. It is skipped to next line. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lines of code is optimized to 2 to 3 lines. Of course, I can write in 2 lines only. I'll show you how can I write that. So I'm giving A equal 100, B equal to 250. So now this is the condition, right? This is the condition. Now 100 greater than 250. So it returns false. What I told, if this condition is true, it goes to first value. If this condition is false, it is true, first value. If it is false, then it go to second value. Now the statement is false or the condition is false, then it go to next value, that is B. So what happens here is B is here. B value is stored in the variable called C. Now I want to print C. Whatever the value is there in B, that will be printed with the variable called C. What is the B value? It's simply 250. So we can do multiple operations like A equal to B, A less than B, or else is the digit. For example, if we want to represent a phone number, we need to find whether the input is phone number or not. Then we can go for string manipulation operation, that is given phone number dot is digit function. If it is true, then valid phone number is entered, like that, right? So based upon this, we can do multiple operations or the optimized code for the if else statements or the if else conditions. Any doubts till now? Any doubts? Fine. Let me go for coding. Till now, whatever things we have discussed. Let me stop the sharing. Yes, there is an access with unmute. Yes. Second, do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. If you are hesitant to ask the doubt, you can use chat window, right?
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Let's go for yesterday we have started on kind of project, that is BMI calculator. We have done a small mistake. I'll sort it out. Where is that? Chrome. I think you are able to see the screen. Fine. Now we'll do some operations on the range function. So it iterates, oh, I didn't explain about the for loop, right? Okay, let me A equal 10, B equal 30. If A greater than B, print please mute yourself. Print A value, else print B value, right? So 30. What is 30? B. A greater than B. No, the condition is false. Or else let's take from the user end with the int function, input function. Enter the second value. And let me copy this and paste here. This is the first value or A value. Now, so let me take 34, my choice, 46. It's printing maximum value 46. Or else I'll take 400, 4000 and 200. Oops. What happened? Print. Okay, there is error. Print. Now 4000 to 40. Obviously, the maximum value is 4000. The same code I'm going to use ternary operator. How can I do that? For this, let me comment the code so that the Python will not execute these statements or this code. Now, C equal, let me, if A greater than B. So we are finding the maximum value. A greater than B means A value is greater than B. So A is the large value. Then you print A value. Otherwise, automatically B value is the maximum or the largest value. Else print B. Now, I hope syntax is correct. First value, let me take 356 and random value 0176. Why? 0776. 234, 567. Okay, I didn't use print, right? Print C. Now, sum 456, 789. The maximum value is 789. Same code. Sorry, same value, but different codes. The logic is same. Okay, you can use either this one or this one. If I don't want to use one more code, one more line, simply what I'm going to do is directly I'm writing print here only. $345, $678. So output is 678. Instead of that, what I'm going to do is I'm doing multiple operations. So just keep on, please focus on that, how I'm assigning the values. 10 B equal to some 345. 345 is the maximum value. So assigning the values is not the constant approach. Means this is the not only way. We can assign the values in multiple ways. For example, I can assign A comma B equal to 10 comma 345. I can remove this value. Still same. If I write one more value, that is D, value is 345. Okay, already is there. 35. Still it is valid because we didn't assign D value in this condition, so it won't show the 35. Okay. This is the another way assigning the values to the variable. Right. Now, what's the time? Let me check. 7:36. Fine. Today, let's finish the BMI calculator. How can we calculate BMI? Body mass index calculator. If there are any mistakes, just ignore them. Now we are asking user to enter his weight, enter your weight, and height also, int, input, enter your height. Now, what is the units we are going to take for the weight and height? Let's take kilograms. Here we will take feet because we are very familiar with 5 feet, 5.6 feet like that. So let's assume feet, ft. But if I give 5.6, 5.3 like that, then it will become float value. So that we'll change these values to float. And some people will enter kg, 50 kilos, 60 kilos. There are some people will enter the weight as 60.5 kilos, that is 60.5 kilos. Again, we'll change this value also. Right. What is the formula of BMI? Simply BMI value is equal to weight by height into means height square. This is the formula for BMI. Now, what are the conditions for? Let me take BMI formula. Okay. So you must be aware about that. Let's copy this. How BMI used. What are the things? Yeah. Let's copy this. We are going to build formula based upon some conditions. Okay. If the BMI value is 18.5, below 18.5, then it is underweight. If it is in between 18.5 and 24.9, then it's healthy. If it is in between 25.9, 29.9, it's overweight. If it is more than 30.9, then it's obesity. Now let's make the conditions. If BMI is less than 18.5, then print, what is the condition? Under weight. If we are coming out of that block, and if BMI, second condition, in range, it must be in this range. 18 means greater than 18.5, less than 24.9. Just understand the logic. If the values of BMI greater than 18.5, less than 24.9, then it is healthy weight. So how can we do that? BMI greater than 18.5 and BMI less than what is the value? 24.9. Then what we need to print? Print healthy. Elif, next condition. Elif, next BMI in range in between 25 to 29.9. Okay. So if BMI less than or greater than 25 and BMI less than 29.9, then print overweight. Next, elif and else 0. Okay, we can use else condition or we can use elif also. Else print. That's the last condition. Print obesity. Okay. Now the code is working, I think. Okay, it's working. And feed. But this formula is for meters. Here, the formula which is used for BMI, this weight is kilos. Okay, fine. It is height is in what we call meters. But we are Indians are familiar with the feet. So we'll convert this height to the feet, or this height, or let me take the pencil. Okay, wait. User is giving in feet. If I give 5.6, but in this formula we have in meters. This 5.56 feet it has to be converted in meters, or else this meters has to be converted into feet. Then only we can get the exact values. So what we are going to do is this feet is going to converted to the meters. So for that, let's take height 1. Okay, because already height is there. If I give another height, simply error will raise. Height equal, that is, this is the height. And how can we convert feet to meter? I too don't know. Let me check. Feet to meters. Okay, 0.3048. 1 feet equal 0.3048. Fine. Okay, let me copy that value. 0.3048 into the user has entered his height in the feet. So the variable name for the feet is height 1. Now almost the code is ready. Fine. kg. Let me take a thin boy. Just in real life, the boy is very less weight, that is 30 kilos only, but height is 5 or 6 inch 6 feet. Underweight. Obviously, we know that the 6 feet guy must be more than 70 kilos, but he is only 30 kilos. Let's check another one. There is another guy, weight is 100 kilos, but the height is only 5 feet. Obesity. Right? And let's check one guy with 60 kilos and height is average height, that is 5.5. He is very healthy. And let's check for the what is the other condition? Overweight. Same guy with weight is 70, but height is 5.2. Overweight. These are the conditions and how can we implement a BMI calculator using if, elif, else conditions. So if there are some cases, instead of feet we can enter in centimeters also, right? So if there is centimeters, just say to centimeters. And how can we convert centimeters to meters? Into 1000, I think so, right? Then instead of 0.3048, you can directly enter 1000, then it is converted into meter. Obviously, let me check. 167 kilos and height is 167 centimeters, underweight, right? Like this you can convert. Instead of kg, if it is UK, it must be in pounds. Then you can change the weight value into pounds based upon that formula. While you are building a project or while you're designing an application, you must remember two things. One is the formula, or first one is the formula to build the project, and second one is, which is correlated with formula, that is logic. This is formula, these are logics. Then the desired application is someone sent message, sir, 100 centimeters equal to 1 meter. 100 centimeters equal to 1 meter. Is that true? Maybe. I already told you, na? Okay, what's the interpreter? Okay, these are the things we can do. Fine. Any doubts so far? If you have, you can ask me. At the end of the class, we are going to do one very important interview question, that is finding the prime number using for loop, right? So it's clear. Any doubts from your side?
No, sir.
Okay. So let me stop the. It's 8:50. Sorry, 7:50. By 7:55, we'll again start the class, and we are going to start one more important concept, is for loop. Okay, that's very important. Don't miss the class. Okay, let me stop the record.